We'll be looking at fractions. So we'll be looking at fractions, and we will be looking at adding fractions using two methods. So I will put here method 1 and then method 2. So in adding fractions, if we have 1 over 3 added to 1 over 2, then using method 1, what we can do is multiply the two denominators, which is 3 times 2, and we could do it like that, equal 3 times 2, which is 6. That gives us our new denominator. And then the second part of that step is to multiply diagonally both numbers across, so, and add them together. So 1 times 2, which is 1 times 2, plus 3 times 1. So when we have that, we got 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 3 times 1, which is 3, over 6, which gives us 5 over 6. So that's a simple method in just adding the two fractions. The second method is more conventional. If we have 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2, we could draw a line under that, like that, and then find the new common denominator, which is the lowest common multiple between 3 and 2, which in most cases we could just multiply the 2. So the lowest common multiple for 3 and 2 is 6, which is also known as the lowest common denominator. Then we say 3 into 6, or 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then we multiply it times this 1, which gives us 2. So 3 into 6 is 2, and then 2 times 1 is 2. Plus, we do the same. 2 into 6 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. So always remember to multiply the quotient times this number up here, which is the numerator. Now this gives us 2 plus 3, which is 5 over 6. That's it. So you've learned two methods. Method 1, where we multiply the two bottom numbers, which are the denominators, to get the new denominator, and diagonally multiply and add those to get the number on top. Or we draw the line, find the denominator, divide into and multiply by the top, plus divide into and then multiply by the top, gives us 5 over 6 in two methods. The next thing we're going to show you is using subtraction, which is exactly the same method you would apply. Nothing would change except you put a subtraction sign between the two numbers. So if we take 5 over 6, so let's change that one to another fraction. So we do 5 over 6. Okay, so if we do 7 over 8, so let's do this one, 7 over 8, 7/8, take away 2 over 3. Now in the first method, we multiply the two bottom number, which are denominator, to get the new denominators, which is 3 times 8, 24. And then we multiply 3 times 7, or 7 times 3. So we could have 3 times 7, and now is where our sign changes. So instead of plus, what we were doing addition, now it's taken away. And then 2 times 8. Take away 2 times 8. So that gives us 21 minus 16 over 24. And if we take that away, we would have 5 over 24. And that would be our lowest fraction. I think we can divide that further. That's the first method. The second method is exactly the same. You will get the same answer, but we will do a different method. Again, that is a bit more standard and traditional, where we draw the line underneath the fractions and find the lowest common denominator or the lowest common multiple, which is 24 in this case. So that's the number that both these numbers can go into or be divided by. So 24 can divide 8 and 3 can divide 24 can be divided by 3. So 8 into 24, is that right? Yeah. So 8 into 24 is 3 times, then 3 times 7 is 21, minus 3 into 24 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, and again that gives us 21 take away 16, which is 5 over 24. So in both sections you have learned two methods in doing fraction: adding the fraction and subtracting the fraction. Thanks for listening to this short video.